Well, Stephen, we're over here in Ireland. How has the trip gone for you so far?
That's been a fantastic trip. You look around at the surroundings here, and we're very lucky to be able to come to a place, I guess, for the second year in a row, and the preparation has gone really well. As I say, the training pitches are top class. The staff around Carton House are very, very good with us. So we really enjoy coming here.
From a playing and coaching point of view, why was it important that we came back to Carton House for the second year running?
I think everybody's superstitious, and we had a relatively successful season. But first and foremost, facilities here are as good as anywhere I've ever been in football. Been a lot of places abroad. It's a 35-minute flight. It's 20 minutes from the airport. The food's top class, and as I say, the staff treat us very, very well here. We get our own area in the hotel. We're not in with other guests, and we're able just to prepare completely for the season ahead.
With regards to the squad then, there's a lot of continuity, a lot of boys have stayed on, and I guess it's a summer of tweaking things. So how have the old boys progressed and how are the new boys settling in?
Obviously different than last year. We had a lot of comings and goings last year, so I was speaking to Richard Tate about small percentages that we're trying to create, and he said, well, we're only having to get 5 people to get the understanding now instead of maybe 18. So as you say, it's small tweaks here and there. We know we were a point outside the top 6, and expectations have risen. Everybody's expectations of what we should do now have gone up. So we have to find percentages through our play, through our preparation, through our signings to try and achieve that.
Obviously, perhaps naive on the outside, people might look at it and say, well, you got to 2 cup finals, you might have a bit of cash in your hand now, but not necessarily the case for the boys you brought in the summer.
No, unfortunately not. We work within parameters. As I've said numerous times, the board support me as best as they possibly can. We're not flush with cash by any stretch of the imagination. We're still paying debts off that we've, from previous regimes, etc. But what we have done, I think we've recruited really well. We do our recruitment a lot earlier than other teams, because if we get into a competition with even non-league teams down in England, we really struggle. But the boys I set out to get within our budget we've got, I feel there's maybe one more player that I'm after that would make me quite happy with the whole recruitment process in the summer.
Obviously the boys reported back last week. It's been quite a short break, especially for Chris Cadden and Alan Campbell. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I think the days have gone of 12-week breaks in the summer and 9-week breaks, and then it's a slog and you're up sand dunes and 50-minute runs around parks. Them days have gone. It's more about getting the sharpness and getting your mind bright again, and we've done that. Some of our boys, as you say, Alan Campbell's only really had 2 weeks, so everyone's been treated differently in this training camp. We have to obviously leave Alan out of certain things, and just treat him with a wee bit of pamper him a little bit, make sure he's right for the season. We're not looking people to be fit today. We're looking to be fit right for the first game of the season and starting with the cup competitions.
Papers today are full of stories about players perhaps moving on to pastures new. I mean, what is your stance on any interest in any Motherwell player that any other club might have?
Everyone's for sale at Motherwell. We make no bones about that. We're a club that sell players. But again, we'll do it on our terms. We'll do it when it's right for us. I'll never stand in any player's way. There's a fine balance between standing in somebody's way and losing the player completely, and getting a fair value that the club deserve. We've put the players on this platform, so the club and the fans deserve to get value for money, and I'm determined that we do that. So there's a value in each player, and that value for the players that have been discussed hasn't been met.